Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Today I've got a cash stuffing video for you. So today is May week 2. So I've got $405 to cash stuff today. So let's get started. Okay, so we'll count this first and get this onto a tray. So that's 50, 150, 170, 190, 310, so 210. 230, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 350, 360, 370, 280, 390, 400, 45. That was harder than it needed to be. Right, let me get my tray ready. Okay, so now let's get into my rollover. Nothing in spending, nothing in fuel, and I've got $10 left in my grocery. Now, if you saw my last video, you will see that I am now rolling my grocery money over into a grocery rollover envelope. So I will be keeping this separate to my other rollover money, and I'll be using it towards buying bulk items for my groceries, stocking up when I have my 10%, buying things when they're on special, you know, if that happens to not be the week that I've budgeted for them, just things like that. So I'm just going to pop it into my rollover envelope to start with. I'm sure people that have been watching me for a while will realise that quite often I start new categories and then don't create my envelopes for weeks and weeks and weeks. But I assure you, by the time I do my rollover video, I will have that ready to go. So I'll pop that out of the way. Okay, now I also don't have any coins this week for rollover either. Not sure why I don't have any, but I think my groceries, I must have done all of them on, I did my Coles shopping with my cash, and I used my Woolworths with my card, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't have any coins left, so I must have must have ended up on an exact note number, so that was unlucky. Now I've got nothing to add my coins this week, which is a bit disappointing, but that's okay. Right, so now as far as my cash stuffing, I'm going to put in 150 in my groceries. And please excuse my voice. I've woken up this morning sounding a little bit sick. I feel fine, so I'm not really sure what is the go with that. So hopefully it doesn't turn into anything. So 150 in my groceries. Fuel will be getting, here's this one, $20. I'm starting to get low in my fuel too, so I might have to fill up. I'll put some money in that this week. And spending is getting nothing again this week, which is a bit sad, but budget's a bit tight at the moment. Okay, so now onto my sinking funds binder. So, now I did get a gift voucher. You can see here, I did get a gift voucher for Mother's Day from my daughter for another $100 for haircuts. It doesn't unfortunately fit into my hair binder, my envelope, so I'm just going to tuck that away in the front here, which is fantastic. So the first in here is $20 for my internet. Got 25 in there, so now 45. My zip pay is getting $20. That is getting, got 40 now. My car is getting 15. Actually, I'm going to put in 20 and take out 5. Unfortunately, my ATM doesn't dispense $5 notes, so unless I get a chance to go into the bank, which I just never seem to anymore, I am lucky that I've got quite a few $5 notes through my binder, so I'll just be swapping those out as I go to grab those. So 20, 30, 40, 55, 60. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. My brain's not working today. $60 into my car, which is fantastic. So that's already nearly halfway to my next rego payment if I was to do the 3 months. I'm working towards doing the 6 months, so we should be well on track for that. My vet pay, which is at the back here, is getting 30. And that's starting to, I'm over halfway now, so that's fantastic. So I might do an update video soon on exactly how much I've got to go and how that's all tracking. Now back to the front here, birthdays is getting $15. It's my auntie's birthday this week, so I've got to buy her a little something. We don't usually do big presents, we just get, you know, something little. So I'll definitely get her something little this week. Adventure is back here. That is getting $10. We've got 10 in there, so that's 20, so that's great. So I don't feel so bad not having anything in my spending now that I'm starting to be able to build this up. So if we want to go to the movies, there's my daughter wants to go and see the new Fast and Furious movie, so we'll be going and doing that. I do have a gift card for the movies, so I won't have to spend that on going to the movies. My daughter gave me for Christmas, so that's for tickets and food, which is fantastic, so I don't need to buy anything when we do go to the movies. Pets is, can't seem to remember their order, is getting $15. So we'll do 20 and take the 5 out. That's getting $30. So I do need to stock up on some things this week for my cats, so that'll all be being used, I imagine. Next is household. I need to do this in a better order, which is getting $5, so I might put $10 in there and take $5 out, and now I've stocked up on my 5, so that should be good. So that is get $30 in there. And emergency is getting some money today, so it is getting $5. So I think I'll do the 10 and put the 5 back, which is 120 now, which is fantastic. I haven't added to this in a couple of weeks, but I have been adding a lot to my savings challenges, which if I was to have an emergency, can be used for that reason. It's sort of just been keeping me a bit more motivated to save my new savings challenges. So I think some of that money from those savings challenges will be added to my emergency fund very soon. So I'm going to colour this in now. So I've added $5 today, so that will just be 1 cactus. I'm really happy with how this is growing and how I've managed to not spend any of it. I think changing the way that I track it has really, really helped me and kept me more accountable. So these trackers are available on my Etsy store. So my cactus one is, each cactus is worth $5 and you save $100. When I get to the $100, I transfer it over to my lemon savings tracker, and each lemon is $50. So I feel like I hate saving. If I had to just do the lemons and I couldn't fill in my tracker each time I put something in my envelope, it makes me a bit more disheartened. So I think by having the 2 makes it a lot easier for me to stay on track and to keep going. And like I said, I haven't added for a couple of weeks, but I'll definitely be trying to add something every week from now on. So that is all. Oh no, I've got to add into Sophie is getting $10. So she has got 35. And my mum is getting $10, and she has got now 35 as well. These are just for some small personal debts that I've got. There's no interest or anything on either of these, and so I'm just sort of plodding away at those ones. Okay, so next we're doing my savings challenge binder. So I will be doing in my $1,000 savings challenge. I'll be putting in $15 for this week. If you haven't seen my video on my how I'm saving $1,000 in 2023, go and check those videos out. I'm almost ready to be doing an update so everyone can see how I'm going with that, and how we are tracking with all of that. So in here now I've got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So that's fantastic. Now I didn't manage to get a bonus video done last week, so I haven't managed to put my $15 in, but I do have it in my bonus money ready to go, so that'll be a double stuffing when I do my bonus money, my next bonus money video. Next is my Cash Q2 challenge, and that is getting $10 today. Add that. So this one is getting well underway. If you saw my last bonus money video, I added $25 to the bonus section. So I'm feeling really happy. It's a lot less stressful, this one. I really struggled the last challenge to get, especially the bigger amounts, the 35s and the 25s. But I found it much easier this time, which is fantastic. So I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. Yeah, it was just around the time that we were going on our holiday, and just saving that extra was a little bit tight, but it worked out well, and I really loved having the money. I managed to finish it on time, and having that extra $300 just to add to other sinking funds was just amazing. So I'm looking forward to this one being finished as well. Okay, so that is the end of that binder. Now I've got one more savings challenge to add to, and that is my yearly savings challenge. So these are available in my Etsy store. Got them in lots of different patterns where they're fantastic for low income budgeters. So if you want to go and check those out, I've got lots of different designs. So this week we are adding $5 into my yearly savings challenge. So I'll grab out the May envelope and I'll put in $5. I'm so excited. We're not too far off halfway. I can't wait to be able to unstuff this at the end of the year. And you don't have to start it in January and work till, December. That's how I started it, because that was how I planned it and created it, and I started it in January. I know a lot of people bought them early on in the year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how people are going in their savings challenges, which is fantastic. If you please tag me in any of your videos that you've got of you stuffing these, and especially when you start unstuffing them towards the end of the year. But if you choose to start in May, you can start in May and finish next year in April. There's no dates as far as which particular year they're in. When you get to the end of the year, you can just wipe them off and start again, which is fantastic. I have also created another yearly savings challenge, which has got the full A6 envelope for each month, if you would prefer to have them. They're peekaboo, and then you could actually see the money that's in the envelope if that's easier. I will be using those ones next year, I think. But yeah, this year I'm loving having the little mini ones, so that's fantastic. That is done. So lastly, I have my twins' 18th birthday binder. Let's pop that under there. So this week I am doing 25 in gift, because that is now empty. And I've got a few things that I know that I'm wanting to buy them. So I'll be working on filling this one up. So I've got the money there when I need it. If I come across things, I know pretty much all of what I'm getting my daughter. I'm not sure about my son yet. I'm wanting to get a few keepsake things, but it's not as easy for boys. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to get him. Now, if you're a little bit confused as to why I've coloured in so many and I've only got $25 in there, is I did, in my last unstuffing video, you'll see that I did buy some things for them for their birthday, which came to the 75, so I've taken that out. And I've just kept a list of what I have already spent, but I do need to save up the full amount before their birthday. So now I'm going to do venue. We're still unsure whether we're having it at home or whether we're having it at venue. My main concern is my lease is only for 6 months at this stage. They have told us that they are wanting a long-term tenant, but the lady's just quite a nervous landlord. There shouldn't be any issues. We've always had an excellent record at every house that we have been at. The only reason we had to move last time was because the owner was selling the house, and the time before that was the owner was, his daughter was moving in, and the time before that we had unfortunate neighbours moved in downstairs that were drug users and used to get in fights and have the police come in the middle of the night, and that was just not somewhere I was prepared to have my children living. So we've had like a brilliant record with all my rental properties, so there should be no reason why we're not here, but I do not want to plan a birthday party to have at our house. That the birthday party is about 2 weeks after our lease is due for renewal. So if for some reason we were not to have it renewed, we would be left with nowhere, and I don't want that 2 weeks out from their party. So I really think we're probably going to have a venue somewhere. There's really only 2 or 3 places to choose from, and we're looking into those this week. So, but I'm just putting money into the venue. If by chance one of the places is really cheap to have it at, and the other place is quite expensive, so I'm leaning towards the cheap place. It's still absolutely lovely, but I think my daughter's got her heart set on the other place, so she wants to go and look at the second place, the cheaper option, to see if she likes that. And if she does, then we'll definitely go with that one. If not, we'll be going with the more dearer place. But I definitely want to put the money aside. If I don't need it, I'll just put it into one of the other categories. But I think I want to just have some money so that I've got a deposit to put down at either place if we go with one of those. And the last one is going to be the cake, which I think is back here. And that is getting $10. So I think it's about 4 months away now. So it's going to be here really quick. So I'm just wanting to try and get everything as organised as I can. I feel like I'm on track. I've budgeted what I need. I will need some money out of my bonus money, but that's okay. I seem to have a fairly regular stream of that at the moment, like only small amounts, but at least something each week, which is good. And my son and daughter will both be contributing as well, so I'm not sort of too worried. I've got in earlier with saving for their birthday, opposed to my daughter's last year, which was sort of a little bit more last minute. I didn't think it was going to be quite as big as what it ended up being, but I really like to make a big deal on their big birthdays. So it is what it is. Okay, now let's wrap this up. Okay, so this week I had 135 in my receipt jar app. If you would like to join that using my referral code, you get 200 points and I get 200 points when you sign up using the code. It is down below. You just scan your receipts from shopping that you normally would do, and it's essentially just free money. It is a bit of a long haul. It doesn't take long to get to sort of a $20 voucher, but if you're wanting a 50 or 100, it does take quite a while. But I generally get about $100 a year, at least $100 a year. It just depends on how much you're spending. But you really need to try and take advantage of making sure you get to that 120 points each week. And then you get bonus points. And when you do that, you get extra shakes, and then you get bonus points from that as well. So really taking advantage of using it regularly. A lot of people message me sort of saying that they don't really see a lot of benefit, but they're not using it regularly. Once you start using it regularly, and if you see my posts, you'll see that I'm a low-income budgeter. I don't spend a lot of money, but just by taking advantage of the algorithm of the app, you can get lots of extra bonus points, which gets you to your vouchers quicker. I'm not too far off. I think I'm at 70% of getting a $50 voucher. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to cash out at $50 or whether I'm going to wait to the end of the year and get my 100. So we'll see how that goes. My surveys this week, I've done about $4. I've got some health things going on and I haven't really been up to it. I'm sleeping a lot at the moment, and just with everything else that's going on, it just hasn't really happened. So I think I've got like $3 or $4 in that. This week I used my 10% off at Big W. I had to get some things. I had to get some kitty litter and some, so you'll see in my next unstuffing video, I've used some of my household envelope and my pet envelope. So check that out to see exactly what I bought. But I did save $4.20 using my 10% and $1.90 on my entertainment voucher. So I saved just a bit over $6 on that, which is fantastic. And at Coles this week, I haven't had many vouchers, rewards offers from Coles in the last couple of weeks. So I think I'm up, I'm not sure exactly. I think I've got $65 in my Coles Flybuys rewards. I need to start doing my surveys because that's sort of what boosts me a lot at Coles, because I don't shop a lot at Coles. I do when I've got the rewards offers, but I generally prefer to shop at Woolworths. So I think I have to spend $60 and I get 2,000 points. I do actually have 2 offers, but they are slightly different dates, so I won't be doing 2 shops there this week. So I don't think I'll be able to take advantage of both of them, which is a bit disappointing, but we'll see how that goes. And Coles don't seem to have a very good, well, for me anyway, offers on items that I'm purchasing. So, you can get 300 points on something or 400 points on something, but it very rarely is it items that I'm actually buying. It doesn't seem to be targeted towards me. It just seems to be random products. Whereas at Woolworths, a lot of the bonus points are items that I regularly buy. So I'm more likely to purchase those. So I haven't sort of been getting as many points at Coles. I did get another $10 voucher this week at Woolworths, so I'm up to $200. I think it's $200 in my Woolworths rewards points. So that's $265 that I'm already up to. I was wanting to get to $1,500 this year in my Coles and Woolworths rewards at the end of the year. Last year I didn't have to buy any groceries or fuel for half of November and all of December, and I managed to also fill up my son's car. So you can use your Coles rewards points at Coles and the Coles Shell service stations, so you can use it for petrol. You can also use it Kmart. So this year I want to buy my nephew's Christmas presents from either Big W or Kmart as well. So or possibly just some gift vouchers or a combination of both. So I want to be able to do that. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to $1,500. I think that's going to be a bit unrealistic. However, I did get a big boost of points when my daughter bought her laptop, and I'm starting to use my gift cards to get them more points. So I'd really love it if I could get to 1,000 points. I think that might be a little bit, like $1,000, that might be a little bit too high, but that's what I'm aiming for. So we'll see how we go with that. So all the referral codes are down below. Please check out my Etsy store if you haven't recently. I've got some new products in there. I have a new 52-week envelope challenge. This one doesn't actually use coins. It is just all notes if you prefer to have the little mini envelopes. And you can earn just over $700. So if you would like to check that out, I've got a few of those available. Some of the items that I listed in this last restock are very limited. There's not a huge amount, and of course my scratch offs, which I have now got in my Etsy store. So if you would like to check those out, they're selling really fast, so I don't have a huge amount of those left. And then during I'm not sure if I'll restock them again in May, or they might come back out again in June. I'll have a new range of those because I've got very limited papers in that glitter flower pattern. So thank you very much for watching my video. If you could like this video, if you have enjoyed it, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Now, in my last video, I did mention to everybody that I was doing some shout outs. Unfortunately, I am only uploading that video today. I'm a little bit behind with my uploading due to like my health issues that are going on at the moment. So I thought I might just shout out a couple of people that have supported me for a long time, always comment on my videos, and that I really enjoy watching their videos myself. So there's the Aussie Budget Queen. Anybody that is watching her is watching her travel binder grow each video, which is fantastic. That's what I tune in for all the time. Budget with V. I love watching her videos and how she's evolving her channel, which is fantastic. And one of my favourites, and her is one of my budgeting besties, is Michelle from Free2Fly. She is going through a lot with her family at the moment, so if everybody can send her some extra love and go and check out her videos, she's just an absolutely lovely person and you won't regret it. So if you would like some shout outs, I promise the people that comment on my May week 1 video will definitely get shout outs next week, and including the ones from this week. And if you can leave me a flower emoji in the comment below to let me know that you made it to the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, bye.